gamers. Today, we have how a challenger in Starcraft 2 became a champion in Age of Empires 4. The story of Cutie Tootie. Now, I heard some mixed reviews here. So first things first, the title was changed. So I saw this last night. I didn't watch it because I wanted to watch it with you guys. But the title was How a Low Tier Player Became a Champion. I was like, I think you probably got a lot of shit for it, and you probably changed it. I haven't watched the video. I heard there was some maybe mistakes in the video. So I'm here to clear everything up. I'm here to tell my truth. 5 out of 10 speed. Okay, dude.
One small choice can influence your life in a big way, and sometimes our career just doesn't fit us, and a sudden change of environment can shake up things quite a bit. And today we'll talk about exactly that kind of a story. Beastyqt was always eager to compete in esports. He was a big fan of Counter-Strike and Dota 2, but his first success happened only in Starcraft 2. In 2010, the young Serbian player quickly rose up to become one of the aspiring talents in this game. Beastyqt was very entertaining to watch, and his playstyle included many different build orders and creative strategies.
That's right.
Soon he joined the best Russian team Empire, and made a name for himself by playing...
Yo, they weren't just the best, they were the best team in the world. Team Empire was the strongest Starcraft 2 team for like 3 years. We were unbeatable. Cass, me, Bratok, and Happy, the Warcraft 3 legend. You know what they called us? The 4 Horsemen. We were 4 Terrans, and we fucking crapped on everyone. We crapped on everyone.
Weekly tournaments. At one point, he even made it to IM, one of the most prestigious tournaments in Starcraft 2. Despite his initial success, Beastyqt couldn't achieve the top level of play in Starcraft 2. He wasn't a bad player at all, but the competition was too fierce to handle.
I mean, listen! Not top 9 to 12 in IM. It's 2011. What do you mean, bro? That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That was with Koreans. Just saying. Just saying.
Playing Starcraft 2. He wasn't a bad player at all, but the competition was too fierce to handle. From balance issues with turn race to complete and sheer dominance of the Korean Starcraft.
Yo, respect that. Say that again. Say that again.
From balance issues with turn race to complete and sheer dominance of the Korean Starcraft scene.
That's right, Copium. That's why I lost, because Terran sucked, not because I sucked.
It was just too difficult to make a living of Starcraft 2 unless you were really talented. But Beastyqt didn't give up on his dreams and kept on playing competitive Starcraft 2. He wasn't even nearly successful, and his results left much to be desired. But in 2017, he opened up a YouTube channel. This was a good call, because soon the viewers discovered another side of this brilliant man and his captivating and funny content. For the next few years, Beastyqt would be growing his YouTube channel with less focus on esports and his pro-gaming career. It seemed like he kinda peacefully retired into being...
Country, for those in AoE, Country's kinda like Core. Kinda like Core. That kind of persona in my, on the stream.
Being a full-time content creator, and everyone was quite happy about that. But in October 2021, a new RTS game was released, and that's of course Age of Empires 4, and Beastyqt chose to try it and see how things are going there. He was still an active Starcraft 2 content creator, but soon the new game would completely absorb Beasty's passion and attention.
Oh my god, bro, I'm clicking. Oh god.
But soon the new game would completely absorb Beasty's passion and attention. Another good thing about Age of Empires 4, it already has a nice esports scene in Age of Empires 2, and there were big expectations for the new title. Only 2 months later, Beastyqt announced his decision to completely drop Starcraft 2. It turned out he was actually quite unhappy with playing it for a prolonged period of time, and Age of Empires 4 felt like a breath of fresh air.
I'm not gonna remove the camera, I know you can't see me. It's me underneath, okay? Just imagine me underneath the webcam, okay?
So why am I not having fun playing StarCraft 2? StarCraft 2 is extremely stressful game. Over the past 11 years, it actually added a lot of stress in my life. It's not necessarily because of losses, it's the way you lose in StarCraft 2, which you all know what I mean. You know, DT running in your base, Protoss AoE, just blasting all your units down, not paying attention to units in
It's
1
true.
second, losing the whole army to banelings.
Same
stuff like
T-shirt.
that.
Listen, it's not the same T-shirt. Don't even. It's the Cartman one.
It's a very frustrating way to lose. And StarCraft 2, and a lot of StarCraft 2, diehard fans will disagree with this, is, 90-95% micro and macro, and about 5 to 10% strategy.
True.
This is something I've been openly vocal and critical about for the past, I don't know how many years. I think since Heart of the Swarm. Now everyone plays the same. Sure, there's a few outliners there, but most of the time players play the same. And I think if you hide the names of the players, you would not be able to guess who's playing against who. Partially because the game is old. It's 11 years old, so a lot of things have been figured out. But it's a huge contributing factor is Blizzard pretty much removing certain playstyles from the game rather than nerfing units and making them weaker. They would just kind of like nerf it to the point where you can't really do it.
This is something we can all relate to. We all had something we had to do in life, and we were kinda unsuccessful with it or just stagnant, and we only need one.
Bro, I wasn't. No, stagnant, yes.
One thing, one momentum, one spark of a new passion to embark on a new great journey. And this is exactly what happened with Beastyqt. As Beastyqt said himself when I questioned him, Starcraft 2 players have great work and practice ethic, which eventually allows them to become the best RTS players ever. Thanks to his past experience, he quickly climbed the ladder and held the first place for many months. But most importantly, he qualified for the biggest premier tournament at that time, and 4C, with such a large prize pool. The funny thing about that event, it was packed with ex-StarCraft 2 pro players, and everybody, except the famous The Viper, had quite a bit of experience and success in that Blizzard game. Beastyqt needed to beat many great players, including those who were way better than he was in StarCraft 2.
Not true! Not true! That is not true! That is bullshit. You know what? I'm gonna prove it right now. I'm gonna prove that right now. Are you ready? Give me a second. Let me show you something. That is fake news. That is fake news. You know who used to play StarCraft as well? Marine Lord. He just said Marine Lord used to be way better. Marine Lord got knocked out of the last tournament I was in. I retired his ass. Look at that. Boom, bitch. Retired. That's right. Get out of here. Get out of here, Marine Lord. That's a timeout. See you later. After this, Marine Lord quit StarCraft 2 with tail between his legs because I fucking wrecked him so hard. And you know what? This was in, when was this? 2016. I quit pro gaming in 2017, like January or something, okay? This is fake news. Now let me tell you something. There's 2 levels of players in StarCraft 2. For the whole StarCraft 2. You got the Koreans, which are generally the best. Recently, so-so. And you got foreigners, which are all people outside Korea. This tournament, which was in Kiev, was the best of the best Europeans qualified for it. And I was the best Terran in that tournament. That was right before I retired. I retired as the best Terran player. And I crapped on Marine Lord like this. Boom. That's what I'm talking about. Fake news. Just saying. It's fake news. Just saying. After that, I quit. I retired at the top. It is what it is. I got 3rd place in that tournament. That was a LAN tournament, by the way. Just saying. I think 3rd place is pretty good. Especially as a foreign Terran. And StarCraft 2 people, you know what I mean. Foreign Terrans always sucked. It is what it is. I sucked. every foreign Terran sucked ass. That's a great success. Top 3 as a Terran? That's like winning 5 tournaments as a Zerg. Just saying.
A different game and a different time. After a successful group stage, Beastyqt faced Vortex. And even though Beastyqt had already defeated him before, this would be a tough battle. Unlike our hero of the story, Vortex had far more success both in Starcraft 2 and also Heroes of the Storm. He was exceptional at every game.
I didn't play Heroes, so he was more successful than me. I will be honest, Vortex overall was more successful than me in StarCraft, I would say, for sure. Yeah.
He played.
The woodline at the back is gone, and we talked about the other woodline location in the center here. This is going to be absolutely brutal. Looks like a masterclass from Beastyqt as he comes in here with the Springolds, gets even trades with those. The men-at-arms are now working on them.
This guy's good.
Vortex's army is completely cut off here behind.
Oh my god, how does he do it?
He's gonna need to secure some wood, but he's gonna need some army to do so.
Look at me breathing, dude. I
lose
know.
a good portion of these units.
Oh, and now running into the tower pretty bad, and he can't really hit and run because once a Magno shoots, he will lose everything. And now Men-at-Arms are chasing it down. Really,
I was shaking right here.
He didn't really have the control. He really didn't really have the vision, and he needs to make something happen. That is horrible for Vortex. He needs a miracle. Coming over, this could be the game-ending shots for Vortex. This could be the tournament-ending shots for him. Magno shots now against the crossbow, still dodging.
Yeah, great dodges there from Vortex. He's trying to snipe those Mangonels with the Springolds. And I think he's actually going to get one here, but the Mangonels are still on the hunt. Crossbows are still on the hunt. Men-at-Arms are still following up. We got some Men-at-Arms pushing in from the cage. It looks like a lot of the villagers escaped there, and Vortex is just desperately trying to survive. He's losing more and more units, though, and he doesn't look at zero food.
Let's go!
He just doesn't have the resources to replace them. I think he's going to call the GG, and I think Beasty is through to the finals of N4C. Oh, baby, what a performance from Beasty here.
Oh, look at all the idols, and Vortex knows there's nothing more he can do. Sends the last units in, villagers are going down, and Beastyqt will play against the winner of Marine Lord and Lenok later on. Big Magno shots again, sending in the last villagers here to give it a worthy battle for a great series.
And here we go with all of the villagers trying to take out that Mangonel. It looked like Vortex was about to give up there, but maybe he was thinking about the previous games with Beasty, and a big double fist pump there from Beasty as he takes it and goes through to the finals. Huge result for him.
Beastyqt barely managed to overcome him, only to face Lenok, a Starcraft 2 champion who would easily...
Yo, this is where Lenok and my journey started.
Managed to overcome him, only to face Lenok, a Starcraft 2 champion who would easily destroy our hero in that game.
Oh, give me a break, bro. Easily destroy me? Listen, Lenok, I dare you to play a show match against me in StarCraft. I dare you. Lenok, listen, Lenok 2010 to 13, he would beat me. Easy. He would beat me. After that, I would destroy him. Lenok crapped on you? Listen. 24? Or a perma? I knew there's gonna be a little shitter like you. I checked. Lenok and I have never played a match together in StarCraft 2. I checked. I pulled up the stats because I work with facts, okay? I don't work with imaginary opinions. I challenge Lenok to StarCraft 2 show match. And I'm gonna beat him with my off race. I'm gonna play Protoss. Or Terror. But yeah, Lenok would have destroyed me in probably 2010 to 13, maybe even 14. Lenok was pretty good then. He was fucking destroying in GSL. After that, I think I would have either gone equal or beaten him.
And Beastyqt made it look like a walk in the park, leaving no chances for Lenok.
Oh boy.
That's exactly what he does. It's not looking good right now. Beastyqt coming in almost with a bit of a BM castle. I mean, he is dropping this right on the front.
Listen, we gotta dispel this thing as well. People gotta stop calling this BM castle, okay? I'm just trying to end the game here.
A Mangonel or two would have been very effective against those villagers, but now we see that once again, it looks like the Rus Warrior Monk going to be falling back with that relic.
Uh-oh, this will be a tricky move. Low HP as well. I don't even think he can start a conversion. Springle.
Yo, guys, when I was doing this, when I was playing this match, I was like...
Solid Springle connections here by Leenock.
Yeah, Leenock doing a pretty good job. Cleans up both of those Mangonels, but the keep does go up. And this is going to mean that it's almost impossible for Leenock to push into this position. Keep in mind, he doesn't actually have a military advantage. It's 73 versus 40. He is up against the edge of the rope right now. Is there anything he can possibly do to come back into this game, Nearly?
I don't really see the options here. Beastyqt is just looking so strong, tries to pump out another trap, but instantly gets denied. Units are already there, and his economy is in shambles.
Beasty looking very calm, cool, and collected. He's sitting on 85 heart rate right now. You can see the men-at-arms just chasing down these expensive Springles. The Trebuchet going to begin unpacking and heading towards I guess the keep is probably the best place to unload, but you can see just how much damage is coming out. Springles go down. He's trying his best to heal those up, but both of them go down. There's one that's remaining. Fighting down on the farms here. Nearly, it's not looking pretty right now. Leenock definitely up against the ropes.
I know.
Look at that. The smile is already coming in for Beastyqt. He knows what's up. He will put the second keep in, and he just sees, oh god, I'm making all the right moves to finish this one off, to maybe make a 5-1 happen.
Beasty is definitely looking incredibly strong, but Leenock not the kind of guy to tap out at this point in time. You can see his heart rate starting to move up a little bit higher for Leenock. He's going to be trying to put down a keep of his own. At the same time, there's not enough villagers here, and they're getting completely wrecked by the army that's down there. Beasty now pushing down towards the center. The second keep goes up. More battering rams over on the left-hand side, and those villagers get pulled, trying to do damage, but at the same time, the boiling oil from that keep is doing so much work. Dylan.
So much work indeed, and those villagers have to disengage. Ram even safe. More rams being built in the back, and so
Leenock getting rammed in this one.
Blue now rolling into red space, close to 100 population advantage.
Yeah, this is not looking good for Leenock. I think this might be a good game. I suspect he's probably going to try and stay in this fight for a little bit longer. He is, I mean, he's known as the Korean steamroller, but it definitely seems like he is out of steam right now as the head goes on the hand. A classic esports, tongue out the cheek, and oh, I think he's typing in GG. It might be over, ladies and gentlemen. Good game gets called. Beastyqt is your victor. $100,000 N4C winner. 5-1. Congratulations.
And that's what makes this story beautiful. Beastyqt has always been a very talented person, both with his gaming skills and YouTube content.
I feel like he's about to tell me I'm trash again.
But Starcraft 2 wasn't a proper game for him, and he struggled to unleash his energy and unravel his talent there. With Age of Empires 4, a loser became a champion. It's also
Let me hear that one again. It hits just right.
his talent there. With Age of Empires 4, a loser became a champion. It's also impressive how he still managed to keep the daily content machine on YouTube while also maintaining high placement on the ladder and also winning different tournaments. According to Beastyqt, he practiced from 8 to 12 hours per day in Age of Empires 4, and he did that because he instantly fell in love with that game. So the transition from Starcraft 2 wasn't difficult at all. That's probably because Age of Empires 4 allowed him to
Let's go. Any losers in the chat? Let's fucking go, boys.
Be more creative, and the game isn't as focused on perfect mechanics as Starcraft 2. There's probably more variety in that RTS and a lot more room for experiments, especially at the time of the tournament, and it's easy to see how Beastyqt managed to navigate his pro-gamer life in the new title. It just seemed to naturally fit him more than the rigid Starcraft 2 meta that was common in most periods of
Oh yeah, this was group stage, right? 3-2? Or was it group stage?
His activity. Beastyqt continued to solidify his accomplishments after that tournament, and now he remains a vital part for Age of Empires 4 community, and he excels both in tournaments as well as with YouTube content. After so many years, he finally found his deserved success in esports. That's it for the story. If you enjoyed it, check out more content.
If you enjoyed it, check out this loser on YouTube, youtube.com/BeastyQt. I'm just joking. Listen, I'm gonna share the video to you guys. I actually wonder what the comments are saying. I'm gonna share the video in the channel. Now, I enjoyed the video. I mean, you know, obviously you want like storytelling, right? Like, you know, who doesn't love a fucking loser becoming a champion? You know, it's funny, right? It's funny, but it's also like a good story. Now, in all seriousness, so Wham told me she watched the video yesterday, and she's like, "Did you watch?" I was like, "Don't tell me anything. I wanna watch it myself, you know, and I wanna watch it on stream." And she told me it was basically like, I was like, because initially the video was called "Low Tier Starcraft Player" or something like that. So I was like, what is low tier, right? So I went to check, and I checked, and there's a website called the League, which is like, I guess like ATR for AO4, like all tournament rankings. And my peak ATR basically was like, in 3 different matchups, because they were matchup based, I was like 49 to like 53, 54, right? Which might seem low, right? That's my all-time best, like in, 6-7 years of StarCraft. But that's all-time best when out of those 50, about 40 were Korean, right? So there was a point where all my matchups, I was like, you know, 2nd or 3rd or 5th or whatever, best in that matchup. But most of the players were Korean. And if you don't know anything about StarCraft, well, it was extremely, extremely dominated by them. Now, in general, obviously, I was way worse player in StarCraft than I am in Age of Empires 4. And I think that, I mean, he kind of mentioned it there. I think StarCraft is like mechanical, and I don't excel at that. I mean, even in AoE4, I don't excel like mechanics wise, like how fast I am or how good my micro is. It's more like strategic stuff. So that part, you know, I agree. And in StarCraft 2, I was known as the ladder hero. I'm saying this, by the way, like not to justify, but I'm saying this for the people that are from AoE4 and, you know, didn't watch StarCraft. I was known as the ladder hero in like first probably 5 years of StarCraft, where I would be like rank 1, 2, 3, or 10, whatever on the ladder. I would constantly be there, like, you know, rank 1 to 10 or 15 on the ladder. And then I go on the online tournaments. I was doing great. I was winning a shit ton of them. I probably won, no joke, hundreds of online cups. And then I go on LAN and I just fucking choke. Like, you have no clue. Like, I would be like in really good form. I'm fucking pumping. And then I go on LAN and I lose to a guy that I literally haven't lost a game against in like 6 months. And I think probably the biggest achievements, like I won big online tournaments, but on LANs, my biggest achievement was probably like getting, what was that, top 9, 12 on IEM, which was like basically like world event with Koreans and everyone. And then just before I retired, I got 3rd place in that tournament in Ukraine. And after that, I retired, and I was kind of satisfied with that, because at that point, I finished as like the highest rated Terran in the tournament. Then I was like, I remember losing in that tournament, and every tournament I would lose to, I was super bummed out. I was just like, fuck, man, like I know I'm better than this. And it always sucked, because when you play competitive and you don't play your best and you lose, it sucks. Like it stinks so bad. But when you play your best and you lose, it's like, you know, it's like, okay, well, I try my best. You know, you can't really be like unhappy in a way. So that tournament in Ukraine that I got 3rd place, I lost to Nurture in semifinals, and then I beat Namshar for 3rd place. And when I lost to Nurture, I wasn't actually even sad. I was just like, I played my best, and that's it. Because at that point, I knew that I was going to quit StarCraft. Because it was kind of leading up to that point, and this was... Well, not quit StarCraft, sorry. I was going to quit competitive play. So this was in 2016 in like late. And I knew that I was going to quit competitive and I was going to go YouTube. And I was actually very satisfied with like, you know, that... I'm happy with that, right? I was like, I felt like I played good. I felt for the first time in that tournament that I didn't choke. And I just played my own games. And, you know, I did end up losing to Naruto. But I was like, it is what it is, right? So, yeah, but overall, I enjoyed the video. Few corrections for the video. Beastyqt didn't play Dota 2. I didn't even see that part. Was there Dota being mentioned? Anyway, I missed his StarCraft 2 content. Glad he's doing well in AoE. Passing to his founder had a big impact. Yeah, it did. I would have probably, to be honest, and I talked about this in my video of quitting StarCraft, which is kind of fucked up in a way, but when AoE 4 came out, my dad passed away, and I just didn't care about like making money in StarCraft. I didn't care about my YouTube channel. I didn't give a fuck about StarCraft because I was already struggling playing it every day because I didn't feel like it. And when my dad passed away, I was just like, fuck it, I'll just play something else. And I found AoE 4 very fun, and I just kept playing. I was playing it like 12 to 14 hours a day at that time. Glad to hear Beastyqt is doing well. I haven't heard of him in years. I'm happy with Beasty. Seems like a cool guy. Finally being successful while having fun is all they ever wanted. Oh, another thing I want to mention. In StarCraft 2 community, I think this is maybe in every community actually. It's not just StarCraft. But in StarCraft 2, if you're, like even now, if you're not like Serral, Raynor, or I don't know, Clem, you're trash. You know? Which are probably the top 3 foreigners right now. Maybe MaxPax as well. But if you're not winning all the tournaments or like winning tournament here and there, people just consider you trash. Like you're just, you know, you just suck at the game. You made such a great StarCraft 2 content. Well, a lot of people and disagree. Someone from Serbia, I'm very surprised you covered him. Totally forgot we have an RTS legend here in Serbia. Oh, dear. Oh yeah, so this was the title. The title used to be low tier player. Yeah, I would say I was mid-tier player. I think, like, I'm not gonna say I was, like, I finished top 3 once, right, in a LAN tournament. I'm not gonna say I was, because in StarCraft 2, because there's so many LAN tournaments, like IRL tournaments, online tournaments were not really considered serious success. So I never had success at a LAN tournament except that one time, which is top 3. So I would say I was mid-tier player. I think that's fair. I was pretty good for a foreign Terran during some times, but if you take into consideration like the whole foreign scene, yeah, that's about right. Beasty and MaxPax. Yeah, MaxPax and I used to play 2v2s together. We actually played some tournaments and won tournaments. And now MaxPax is like a fucking insane Protoss in competitive scene. Yo, you got called out. Yo, let me unban Marine Lord. It wasn't banned, I just timed him out. Calling a guy loser is not cool. How to promote a commentary vehicle. I mean, that's a 5-head actually. You know what is a strategy? I'm going to give you guys, I'm going to sign off with this. I'm going to give you guys a tip. You know what a lot of YouTubers do? A lot of big YouTubers, like I'm not talking gaming YouTubers, I'm talking like massive YouTubers that have like millions of subs. They would do stuff like call Europe a country on purpose in the video. I'm just giving you like the kind of like the ridiculous statement. And then everyone in the comments would be like, Europe is not a country, and they get engagement and the video gets suggested to more people. It's a classic clickbait debate, but it's a 5-head play. Yeah, a lot of people actually do that. Putting typos in the title. Yeah, I mean, it works. It works. Anyway, that was a fun video. Enjoyed it. He also has a lot of cool videos, by the way. I'm on incognito right now, but I watched a lot of his videos. He did a lot like this one, you know, for special. He did like the worst meta stuff. He covered other players, story of Marine King. This one is a juicy one, when he fucking got caught match fixing Monka. You guys remember that? Good times. Anyway, if you're watching this on YouTube, thank you for watching. Check me out on Twitch. I'm probably live right now. And Twitch gamers, let's keep going.